Good morning, it's MaryEllen from the channel Sensational After 60, and today I want to do a different type of video. I hope it's kind of an important video. I believe I have done one video that I have felt was important, and the name of that is If It Can Happen to Me, and I will link that below because I think it is an important video. Today I'm here to talk about smoking. I'm not here to convince anyone to quit smoking. I'm not here to convince anyone to not quit smoking. But this is my very first collaboration I've ever done, and I just thought this subject was important enough that I wanted to have a partner. And my friend Susan from the channel Little Poet mentioned to me something about doing a video on smoking. We both were smokers. We're close to the same age. She's a little younger than I am. She's a couple years younger than I am, but we're close to the same age. I do want to tell you something about little Susan. She has a fantastic channel. She is a fantastic, beautiful, beautiful woman. If you watch her, you'll be hooked. I subscribed to her when she had 15 subscribers. She has grown by leaps and bounds. So I just thought I would share some of my thoughts, some of the things that worked for me, and some of the things that motivated me. First of all, I started smoking when I was 18. Next month I'm going to be 62. And out of the 62 years that I have been on this earth, I have smoked for 35 years. Yeah, I have. I did not smoke when I was pregnant, intuitively. Nursed both of my children. Nothing was mentioned in 1974 about smoking. Nothing was. By the time I was pregnant 2 years later with my daughter, my doctor said that it would be a good idea to smoke Carlton cigarettes. Yeah, that's all that was said, but I just didn't want to smoke. So I continued to smoke, with the respite of my 2 pregnancies and nursing. I continued to smoke until I was 44 years old. When I was 44 years old, I made a list, and I want to share that with you. It is in a rumpled up piece of paper that I still keep in my wallet. And I want to read to you the things that motivated me to quit smoking. Put my glasses on because this is scribbled. My number 1 reason was air quality for others. My number 1 reason was money. Number 3, control. I've written /travel/hotel rooms. Yeah, I always thought if you smoked, you got the worst hotel rooms. Next was smell, my clothing, and even gifts I took to people that were not smokers. I knew that they smelled like smoke. Down at the bottom, after money again, was health. Yeah, I never really suffered from anything that I felt was negative about it, but I knew that eventually it would get me. And the last thing was energy. So those were my motivating factors. The first time I quit smoking, I was 44. I quit smoking for 12 years. And how I accomplished that was I substituted, and I used Nicorette gum. And when I say used it, I was spending more money on Nicorette gum than I did on cigarettes. But I quit in January, and I chewed that gum until August. But I quit smoking, and I did not smoke for 12 years. So then when I was 55 or 56, I think it was 56, I started kind of toying with the idea that, I could smoke a cigarette if I wanted to. And Jim smoked, so I smoked a cigarette, and I thought I was pretty cool. It tasted good, and I liked it, and I still like the smell of fresh cigarette smoke. So it wasn't long, and I was back to smoking. When I say I smoked anywhere from a pack to 2 packs a day. Yeah, not proud of it, but that's how much I smoked. I was up to full-blown smoking again. So in January of 2014, which will be 2 years this next January, I decided I was going to quit for good. I don't know how many times prior to actually quitting in January 2014 did I try, but it was extremely hard. And what I chose to do is I did choose to use the Nicorette gum again, and I chose to use electronic cigarettes. You can get 0% nicotine in it. I used to hold a straw all the time, and I like holding these. And Jim will say, you sure are holding on to that cigarette awful tight, and I may not have puffed on it all day long, but I'd still like to have it, and I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all. Anybody who smokes, if you love someone that smokes, don't tell them to quit smoking. It doesn't do any good. It does not do any good whatsoever. It's like telling somebody they need to lose weight. like they don't already know it. Nobody, you have to, when you make a change like that, it has to be for yourself. I don't believe I will ever smoke a cigarette again. Just my thoughts on smoking. I know the Great American Smokeout is coming up in November. Usually it's around the 20th or something like that. 17th, 18th, they have it. I can't believe how expensive they are now. I had a friend who was in Atlantic City, and they said they paid $12 for a pack of cigarettes. I couldn't believe it. I think around here they're maybe around $7 a pack. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I smoked. I smoked for 35 years. But anyway, it is all good. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And you take care and have a great day.